The next set of dispersion measurements are what we call your percentiles and quartiles. So basically, these are expressions of rank, or how do you rank the various ordered observations in an array of data, and how these are related, for example, to the central value or to your mean. So percentiles are sometimes, or mostly, should I say, expressed as the 25th percentile, the 50th, and 75th percentiles. So these are obviously different from percents, okay? And some would also use the term quartiles, and the quartiles would also correspond to the percentiles. For example, the 25th percentile is also the first quartile, okay? The 75th percentile is referred to also as the third quartile, and then the 50th quartile is the second quartile. And since the 50th is basically the center of an array, of an ordered array, or the second quartile, this is also automatically equal to your mean, right? So applying that for this, you use a formula like this, wherein you will look for, based on the quartile, you will look for the value or the observation in your array that will correspond to that percentile. So, for example, you would want to look at what value in this array corresponds to the 25th percentile. So, if we substitute the numbers in this formula, so for example, P, this is where you will put your percentile. So, this is 25 for the 25th percentile. And the N here, okay, refers to your number of observations. Again, it's 12, okay, plus 1/2. So this is your formula. And if you compute for this, you will end up with 3.5. And if you round that off, you will get 4. Okay? This is not a number, but actually this is what we refer, the result here means that you are looking for the fourth observation. The fourth observation in this array corresponds to the 25th percentile of this array of observations. So if you count, again, you have to make it in order. You count the fourth observation, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the fourth observation is 20. Therefore, 20, this observation, as well as all the observations before it, correspond to the 25th percentile of this array, right? If you want to compute for the 75th, what number in this array corresponds to the 75th percentile? So again, substituting this equation, you will get this. And then computing, you will end up with 9.5. Round that off, you will end up with this figure. You will now look for the 10th observation. So from the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The 10th observation is 35. Which means that 35, along with all the other observations before it, all of this up to this point will correspond to the 75th percentile, or 75% or percentile of all observations on this area. So this is the 75th percentile. And again, as I've said, the 25th percentile, or this number 20, corresponds also to the first quartile, whereas the 75th percentile also corresponds to the third quartile. And then obviously, as I've said, our mean, if you remember, the mean here is 26, okay? The mean is also the 50th quartile. So this is an expression of dispersion.